Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone, and good afternoon. First of all, we'd like to thank you for our client, the chairman and the secretary of Nornatasha Berhad for joining our meeting for today. And we're also thankful that Nornatasha Berhad choose us for being their auditor of the company for this year. As we know, because of the pandemic that happened, we need to do our meeting online to protect ourselves from this virus. And because of this, I hope that our meeting for today can run smoothly. The main purpose of the meeting today is to present our report to our manager auditor. Before we go further, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mrs. Fatien. I am the leader of this team. Okay, everyone else, you can introduce yourself.
Okay, I will introduce myself first. My name is Madihah and I hold the post of senior auditor in Aspa auditing firm. And my task is to make the questionnaire to test the effectiveness of internal control in our client company.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Athirah. I am a senior auditor who is in charge for flowchart of our client company.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon everyone. My name is Batrisya Azra. I am the junior audit of Aspa auditing firm. I am in charge of identify material weakness, implication and issue management letter for recommendation of material weakness of our client note source syndrome.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Izwani and I am junior auditor in charge for control objective, control activities and test of control of our client's company.
Thank you everyone for introduce yourself. Okay, for this report, for our audited manager information, for this report we delegate our task to make it easy for us. Is each one of our team member have their own part. We delegate our task based on our own ability because it's the fastest way and easy way to complete this task.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Fatien. Without wasting time, let's continue our meeting by giving explanation of what we are in charge with.
Okay, let me share the slide. Okay guys, can you see the slide?
Yes, I can see the slide.
Alright, this is the first slide. Okay, I'll move to the next slide.
Okay, for our client information and our auditor manager information, I was assigned to make a task that introduction to internal control system and components. I will explain a little bit of the internal control and the importance of the internal system and their own component. And next slide. Okay, for your information, internal control system, they have 5 components. The first component is control environment, which the use of the control environment is the structure and the accountability of the organization, actually the important key factors in the control environment. The second is the risk assessment. Risks are events that threaten the accomplishment of objective. To make sure the organization achieve their objective, the management of the organization need to ensure each risk is assessed and handled properly. Next slide. Okay, for the third one is called control activities. Control activities actually are tools that can be handled through manual or automated. The management of an organization will establish this control activity to make sure that they can effectively and efficiently accomplish their objective and mission. For the fourth, it's called information. Information actually is the exchange of useful information between amount of people and the organization to support each decision and coordinate activities. Next slide. Next slide. Okay, for the last one is called monitoring. Monitoring is the review of an organization's activities and transactions to assess the quality of performance over time and to determine whether controls are effective. Okay, based on my explanation, it means that we can see that the importance of the internal control system and the component of the internal control system to apply the right way in organization and on their management. If we don't apply the right way of the internal system, it may lead the organization into a big trouble. Okay, next slide. Okay, so the second task that I was assigned is the effect of component internal control system on internal control system. Next slide. Okay, if you if you lack of skill and competence in component internal system, it will affect the internal control system to detect early fraud detection. Second is uncontrollable risk. It will affect in on internal control system as a penalized and fine. And the third is program function ineffectively. It will affect on internal control system based on influence business culture. It's proof that the internal control system and the component is really important on management of company. Okay, that's all from my task, and another person can continue.
Alright. I was in charge doing the internal control questionnaire. Okay. First of all, we need to know why do auditors do the questionnaire? It is to test the effectiveness of internal control of the company. And in our case, in this case, North South Sendia Berhad, our client, had a few problems regarding its financial statement. It might came from poor internal control system. So we decide to make a questionnaire to test the problem. It also helps us in making opinion during the auditing. So this is the illustration of the questionnaire that I made. Okay, so let's go to the first problem. Okay, there are some few negative feedbacks that we got from our client, which is the North South Sendia Berhad, and one of it is there is no segregation of duties in wages department based on the question number 20. On my further investigation, I found that two staff in the wages department make amendment to the computerized wages system in respect of other employees, as well as setting up and maintaining all employee records. Okay, that means that there is no segregation of duties there. And the next problem is, based on question number 10, there is no biometric authentication, which is poor attendance of data recording. And after further investigation, I found out that the company only uses clocking in or out system. Each worker also enters their unique employee number on a keypad. Okay, and this is the third problem, which is the poor cash management. Unsecured delivery of cash. It is based on the question number 18 of the questionnaire. And I found out that only using the client company only using secure courier to deliver cash to the wage office, which is this is not safe at all. This will lead to the theft risk. And that is all for me. Thank you.
Okay, for the flow chart. Next. This is a flow chart for internal control system. First, we start with the supervisor. Supervisor will record all employees' numbers and record all employees' number and numbers for new employees. And then the supervisor supervisor will record all their personal action in the computerized wages system. All the records will send to the wages department. That they will update their records in the computer wages system, and then update their records in the computerized wages system, such as employee holidays, illness in the computerized wages system. Then in the computerized wages system will conclude all their gross pay, such as employee taxes and net pay. And then all the record will send to the office department, which is they will the office department will put their cash into the packet with notes of gross pay and then net pay. The packet will send to the supervisor to give to the individual employees. That's all from me.
Control objective, control activities, and tests of control. Next slide. Okay. For internal control system, recording time work, employees may record their own time, but an employer has the responsibility for maintaining such record. The control objective is employees are only paid for work done. Any method may be used as long as it is complete and accurate. For example, time clock or other electronic system, online application, paper time card, or multiple system. For test of control, we can select a sample of employees from the payroll and agree our paid to individual clock card. Move to the next. Okay. In preparing payroll, the objective control is overtime paid is for additional hour required by the staff need to apply work order. So we need to review overtime form or list for authorized signature from supervisor. For the test of control, we can compare overtime schedule with the payslip cost each month with the prior year and investigate significant variance. That's all from me.
Okay, material weakness, implication, and recommendation. So we have recently completed our audit, which we conduct in accordance with international standards on auditing. Those standards require that we plan and perform the audit to obtain reasonable assurance that the annual financial statements are free of material misstatement, but not for the purpose of expressing an opinion on the effectiveness of the IT internal control. However, in accordance with our normal practice, I like to draw a your attention to certain matter which we identify during our audit of the financial statement for the year ended 31 December 2021. The first one is segregation of duty. So note sought Surabaya does not apply segregation of duty, which there is only two staff doing various jobs. So the implication, it can lead to oversight and errors, also can lead to fraud and theft because it requires two people to collide in order to hide transactions. So in order to avoid this fraud, we would like to recommend to apply this segregation of duty, which require more than one person to complete certain key duties. Second, validate time and attendance data. So the hour work of node source are recorded using a clocking in and out system. On arriving for work and at the end of each day work, each worker enter their unique employee number on a keypad. So this will lead to inaccurate time and attendance data and easy to manipulate the attendance. So we recommend to not to record the hours work of employee by using biometric authentication such as fingerprint and a special pattern which is more accurate, and this will avoid any manipulate attendance. And last, disburse payroll. So the weakness is the two staff place cash into wages packet for each employee along with a handwritten note of gross pay, deduction and net pay. The packets are given to the supervisor for distribution to the individual employees. This can lead to theft and fraudulent paycheck, which may cause some of employees mistaken take other person's wages or take it twice. So, in order to avoid any mistake, so we like to recommend to use the method of verification of identity of all employees when receiving paycheck to avoid any misplacement or mistake. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, in conclusion of this report, I would like to say that maintaining the effectiveness of internal control system is really crucial as part of the preparation of financial statement. In the case of Nornatasha Berhad, there are a few misstatements that have been found during the audit of financial statement due to the poor management of internal control system. After a few audit procedures and inquiries done in getting the evidence, we finally found a few problems regarding NARSO's internal control system. If this happens over and over again, it will result in a huge loss for the company. Therefore, the company should improve the internal control system by complying the system with appropriate rules and regulation to reduce tasks. I would like to I would like to thanks the chairman and the secretary of the Nornatasha Berhad for joining our meeting for today, and thank you for all the all the members of my team for cooperate to in the meeting today. I hope that our audit report can reach the auditor manager what we want to deliver to our auditor manager. And I would like to thank you again to our client Nornatasha Berhad for choosing us for being their auditor for their company. That's all from us. Thank you. Okay, dah boleh stop recording. Apa yang record? Boleh stop recording. Okay. Record